Big day, kids. It's a big day. I know. If you notice, I have real whiteboards. So, like I haven't written on them or anything yet. You get to be the first test of if I'm allowed to erase on them. So let's find out. Oh man, I'm excited. Oh my God. Do you see how that's possible? That's amazing. Okay, so let's get into the lesson for the day. So a couple things that we need to go. This isn't part of one of our modules, but I'm going to call this still module 1, and then I'm going to call it lesson 3 5/10. That's going to bother me. Okay, so 3.5, that's fine. And we're going to call it the coordinate plane. Okay? So let me tell you right now, some of you are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're doing this. Yeah, I know. Let me be honest. I can't believe I'm doing this either. Last year, I was like, okay, my 7th graders know how to graph. And I gave them stuff to graph, expecting them to know how to graph, and guess what? I was wrong. Like, not just somewhat wrong. No, I was very, 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 very wrong. So, we're going to learn quickly, like less than 10 minutes, how to graph and what we need to know. So, it's not magnetic though. So let's make a coordinate plane. So we know, or we should know, that a coordinate plane has things called axes. Okay? So an axis is either going horizontal or vertical. We can name both of these. The left and right, or the vertical, is called my x-axis. My one going up and down, which is vertically, did I say horizontal, vertical? I hope so, is my y-axis. Okay? So a couple things that we need to know immediately. This is where we're now talking about ordered pairs. So, we should know an ordered pair is in the form of x, comma, y. Our x value will always come first, our y value will always come second. If you're like, Mr. H, how am I going to remember that? Say your alphabet. Which one comes first? Okay? So we will have ordered pairs on this coordinate plane. Before we even do that, there are 4 sections of this coordinate plane, and they are called quadrants. Over here, in the top right, is called quadrant 1, and it is designated with a Roman numeral 1. And I don't know why. I truly don't. But they've decided to go counterclockwise to name the quadrants. Quadrant 2 is over to the left, and we keep on going around counterclockwise. Quadrant 3, and last but not least, quadrant 4. If nothing else, I'm going to teach you Roman numerals. Yay! Okay, so we've got all of these. Another thing that we need to know, we're going to get to ordered pair, but there is one special ordered pair that we have to know. Okay, and this is going to help us for tomorrow, and it's going to help us for our proportional relationships. It is the origin. The origin is always at the ordered pair 0, 0. Okay, so when I'm looking over here at my origin is where the 2 axes meet. And to label that, we just put a point. That is 0, 0. Okay, so now let's put a couple points in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I hate that I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is positive. To our right is positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like a number line. And this goes forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Okay? To the left is negative. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. My vertical line, my y-axis, up is positive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down is negative. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. If I ask you to graph a couple points for me, we graph and we name them by letters. So let's say I ask you to graph. And I'm going to say graph A at 3, 2, B at negative 2, negative 4, and C at 0, 4. Okay, so let's start with 3, 2. We start at the origin. X comes first. So I go over to my 3 on my x-axis. Now I have to go up 2 on my y-axis. This point here is now point A. It's in line with the 2. It's in line with the 3. Negative 2, negative 4. Start at your origin. Go to negative 2 on the x-axis. Go to negative 4 on the y-axis. Again, it should be in line with both negative 2 and negative 4. Now 0, 4. This isn't in a quadrant. This is on an axis. So I'm here at 0. I go all the way up to 4. I put my point. I label it. So if I ask what point or where is point A, you could say quadrant 1. Where is point B? Quadrant 3. Where is point C? Well, it's not in a quadrant. It's on the y-axis. Very simple, very basic. Okay, so now you're going to be getting a piece of graph paper because your homework's going to be done on graph paper. I'd like to hang these around. I'd like them to be colored, but it's not mandatory. So let me find my yardstick here. So now I'm going to do this. I've got a nice big coordinate plane going on. Yours, I think, go to 20s. Okay. So you're going to do a couple things for me. You are going to make a picture with at least being the key. At least means you must have that many, but it can be more, with 35 points. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I need you to not only put the points on the graph, but you're going to have a separate piece of paper that's going to have your table of values, X and Y. Well, let's say I wanted to start at the origin. One of my points would be 0, 0. Okay? So in my table of values, I put 0, 0. Those correspond to each other. So now I would put a point here. Okay? Now I'm going to go to 0, 3. And this is just my quick example. It's not going to look great because I haven't thought about it. Then I'm going to go to 2, 5. Now I'm going to go to 5, 3. And then I'm going to go to 5, 0. Okay? So now I've got these points. Well, Mr. H, what does that do for me? Well, once you connect some points and you're ready to connect them, I need to see this. I want to see just right here the word stop. So I know that you're connecting those points. So when I connect them, what do I have? Oh. Well, it kind of looks either like a base or a house. So could I make some doors? Sure, I could say 1, 0 and keep on going. You need to make a picture with at least 35 points. You will have plenty of time in class. Would I love it colored? Yes. I have a bulletin board out in front of the classroom that needs some love. I want to put some of my good looking pictures out there. So, very basic. I'm going to give you the graph paper. You're going to graph. You're going to need a separate piece of paper, 35 points. You're going to be making me a picture. You're going to be able to use all 4 quadrants. Have fun with it. Okay? So, one more time. As we look here, we've got 4 quadrants. In our top right is quadrant 1, top left is quadrant 2, bottom left is quadrant 3, bottom right is quadrant 4. Most important point that we have is the origin. To the right and up are positive numbers. To the left and down are negative numbers. Hey, good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.